Good afternoon. It's 2:30 p.m. Cairo local time. You are now watching Channel 2. This is Sandra Suleiman presenting to you the news bulletin. President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, along with the senior statesmen, performed Eid al-Fitr prayer at Field Marshal Hussein Tantawi's Mosque in New Cairo. The president has been keen to bring in some sons of the nation martyrs to participate him in performing the prayer. The mosque's preacher delivered the prayer sermon, during which he asserted that God honored Egypt with the Great Transfiguration and honored its son as well, being the best kind of soldiers on earth. He prayed to God to preserve Egypt, its leadership and soldiers. After the Eid prayer, President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi attended a ceremony organized by El Manara International Conference Center in the attendance of some sons of the armed forces and police martyrs. During the ceremony, President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi honored a number of the martyrs' families and took a number of souvenir photos with their sons. The president has earlier watched a documentary entitled Eid Memories. Then he listened to various artistic songs performed by the Opera Children's Chorus and some artists. President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi exchanged greetings with Arab Islamic leaders over Eid al-Fitr, or the Lesser Beer, marking the end of the fasting month of Ramadan. President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi expressed well wishes to them and to the public, saying he prays to God to accept all good deeds and wishing a blessed Eid to all. He also sent greeting cables to Egyptian communities abroad through consulates and embassies across the world. Via his official social media account, President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi extended sincere wishes to the Egyptian, Arab, and Muslim peoples on Eid al-Fitr. He hoped many good and blissful returns of the occasion and prayed to God to preserve Egypt in prosperity, progress, security, and stability. President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi received a phone call from his Iranian counterpart, Masoud Pezeshkian. The two leaders exchanged greetings over Eid al-Fitr, with the Iranian president wishing stability and prosperity for Egypt, which President al-Sisi deeply appreciated, praying to God that the occasion carries all goodness and blessings to the two countries, as well as to the entire Islamic nation. The Iranian president expressed gratitude for President al-Sisi over his staunch efforts to reach a ceasefire in Gaza, who in return reiterated his keenness to de-escalate tensions in the region. Egypt's First Lady, Mrs. Intisar al-Sisi, also greeted Egyptians marking Eid al-Fitr. Via her social media account, Mrs. Intisar offered her wishes of all health and happiness to the people and hoped many good and blissful returns of the occasion to the homeland. Thousands of people nationwide thronged to streets and public squares where they performed the Eid al-Fitr prayer in a joyous atmosphere. After the prayer, scores of the citizens organized minimal relays in solidarity with their fellow Palestinians, where they expressed their support for the decisions taken by President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi regarding the Palestinian cause. The crowd affirmed their rejection for any attempts to evacuate Palestinians from their homeland. The Israeli occupation forces continued their aggression on the Gaza Strip and conducted new airstrikes in central and northern areas, leaving 5 Palestinians killed and scores injured. Israeli occupation forces also issued sweeping evacuation orders covering most of the southern city of Rafah in the Gaza Strip. Separately, the Red Cross said the bodies of 8 Palestinian Red Crescent medics who came under the fire in Gaza just over a week ago have been recovered, though a 9th worker is still unaccounted for. French President Emmanuel Macron has urged Prime Minister of the Israeli Occupation Authority, Benjamin Netanyahu, to put an end to the strikes of Gaza and return to the ceasefire. Macron also reiterated the importance of allowing the delivery of humanitarian aid immediately into the Gaza Strip. The French president also called on Israeli occupation forces to strictly respect the ceasefire in Lebanon. Lebanese authorities said that several suspects had been arrested after rockets were fired at Israel earlier this month, testing November's ceasefire. Lebanon's General Security Agency said an investigation was launched with them to determine responsibility and take the appropriate legal measures. Hezbollah has denied involvement in the rocket fire that took place on March 22 and 28. It, however, prompted an Israeli occupation strike on Hezbollah's Beirut stronghold for the first time since the truce went in effect in November. So that's the end of our news bulletin. Stay tuned for more. Thanks.